Hello. Hello, Bryce here. So today let's talk about number one, why you shouldn't buy that accounting business for sale until you know this. So, one thing that I've noticed, a lot of people when they're starting a business, they are looking for the fastest, shortest path to success. Now, just because just because you're looking for speed or like speed does not mean you take shortcuts. Now, I'm going to kind of break down why buying the business, it has a place. It's just when do you do it? What skills do you have first before you go and buy the business? Now my name is Bryce Tubbs. I started my accounting firm back in 2015. Once we got to about 20 grand a month in sales for bookkeeping services, people started asking, like, what were we doing to grow our business? And then could we help them grow theirs? So we launched a mentorship program in 2019. So far, I've helped out about 360 people really starting with their business. Now, these are just lessons I've learned from a number of different people that are either like purchase firms, successfully or purchase firms unsuccessfully. And just maybe I can just give you an interesting different take on it. So like number one, okay, you need to have the skill set of sales and marketing. So I'll give you an example. Sometimes what happens is you might buy a business, but if you can't ever grow it, you better hope that you bought it at the right size to be able to support your life. Now, one of our students named Brian, when he first got started with his business, he actually purchased a firm, and the firm was doing like $500K per year. He had like a business partner, and then some things kind of happened in his life. He sold the business to his partner, so basically broke even on it essentially. And then when he tried to start his business 2 years later, right, he was unable to get a single client. It had been like, I think it was like either 6 months or a year, and he hadn't gotten a single client from trying to do it. This is a guy who was doing $500K a year in revenue for his accounting firm, right, that he had purchased, but he could get $0 when he tried to launch it himself. So he basically joined our program. The first like let's say it was in the first month, he got like $14,400 from like some cleanup projects that we got him. Then he got his first like major client that was about $5,900 per month, right? And it's like, and this guy was actually in Canada too, so like this is even America. Like he got 5,900 USD, but he was in Canada, so it was actually the extra like exchange rate. So that was really more of like a $7,500 per month client in Canadian dollars. But all that to say is he bought the business but never learned how to do the sales. So it's like he was always kind of vulnerable to like what if there was churn, or what if there was a black swan event. So let's say, for example, black swan event is just kind of like maybe a recession or what happened in 2020 where just everything bottoms out, right? If that happens, you just lost your entire investment, right? You better hope that you made some profit in the short term, but that's usually not how deals kind of work, right? Because you're generally paying back the loan for a while. Also, like churn is a real thing. Like sometimes what happens is like you might buy the business, but then you lose clients. And like in some cases, it can actually be just like immediately you lose clients because they're upset that the old owner like sold. Or there's a natural churn that sometimes happen. Now, everyone's churn rate's a little bit different. Some people have like a 1% churn rate. I've seen some people who lose half their clients every single year. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to kind of do it. And there's some things you can do to reduce that churn rate. Churn rate, again, is CHURN. It's how often does someone like leave you. It's like a percentage of like what percentage of your firm actually leaves you each and every year. Now there are a lot of different things we teach inside of our program, how to deal with clients so that you don't actually like lose them, and how to even predict what your churn rate is so we can actually get ahead of it. We can actually like grow even faster without necessarily having to do a lot more work. Now, like the reason why it's important too, right? Again, like if you have the sales skills, if you can always just like get one or two more clients than what you need to kind of maintain your business or even grow your business. But churning out is really real. So one of our students named Shannon, she was at about 30K per month, and then she actually went and bought a firm that was doing, I believe the firm was doing about $10,000 a month. So she basically got to 40 grand a month when she, on paper. As soon as she bought the business, 30% of the clients that she just bought literally churned out. So she went from the firm being worth $100,000 per year to about $70,000 per year instantaneously, right? Now that wasn't that big of a deal because like we talked about writing that into the deal so that when the clients churn, it would actually like be deducted from her original sales price. You actually got a refund on that, extra 30%, right? Again, that's why like working with someone who's ahead of you and has been where you're trying to go helps out, because I can give you like these little tips that you probably wouldn't even have thought to do, and it saved her a lot of money, right? But on top of that, she was able to go and replace those clients within like the span of like 2 months. right? Because again, she had the underlying sales skill. So it's just all about just really being able to do. So she got to like 40, I think she was about like 45K the business. She even started like subcontracting work out to other students in our mentorship program. Like she subcontracted like 10 grand a month to like one of our students named Millie. I don't know if Millie did any videos on this channel, but I actually had Millie was doing like some videos for our YouTube channel, like for probably about 5 or 6 videos, and she got super busy. I think she's at like 20 grand a month right now. But you know, just one of those things. That's a reason why like I really want to have like more people doing videos on my channel, like other students. But it's like they just get too busy too fast, and then they're just off living their life essentially. So it's kind of the challenge of having students do videos for you. You know what I mean? It's like when you do good work, they grow so fast that it's just like, okay, now this what they're doing full time, you know? But yeah, have the underlying skill set and be able to like really make it work. And yeah, that's the biggest thing. Just make sure. Also, another thing too is you have to understand how to really have client relationships. In some cases, the client relationships can actually be way too demanding, and it causes the price that you are charging to really be bad. So let's say for example that you have a client that's like $2,000 a month on paper. Okay, no problem. Now let's assume that client is taking you 100 hours a month to do. You are basically only making about $20 per hour. That's no bueno. We want to be shooting for more closer to between like $50 to $150 per hour, if not $200 per hour, right? So we almost have to like go and get better quality clients. But if the person before you didn't really value their time that much, or had like maybe a junior staff accountant or just a junior person doing the work, they didn't really care what the dollar per hour was in a lot of cases, right? So we have to make sure, number one, we understand how to deal with clients to make them less demanding over time, number one. And then number two, we have to be able to actually go inside the business and understand what are each of those client relationships like, and actually start the relationships off from the start correctly. Also, we have to know, like, are there any clients that have been underpriced? And if there are clients underpriced, do you want to buy those along with the business, or do you just want to buy a set of clients, right? Because you don't have to buy the business outright, all outright. You can buy certain clients from them as well. Some people aren't really willing to. They want to sell everything as a package. They don't want like their company piece by piece, right? But if you're good at sales, you can really negotiate a lot of different things that you need in order to make sure it works, right? So hopefully this video just has been a little bit helpful. Hopefully it's got you kind of thinking a slightly different way, right? And just really making sure that you know exactly what you need to do in order to go and grow your business and really reach your milestones, reach your goals. So if you want some help growing, whether you're just getting started or you've been doing the business for a little while but it's just not moving as fast as you want, if you feel that having help and guidance from someone who's a little bit further ahead than you would be helpful and beneficial for you to reach your goals, go ahead and click the link inside the description either above or below the video to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program, okay? I will talk to you soon. I hope to see you on the call. Would love to go and see if I can help you out, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.